night's live stream on Instagram, we talked about a couple of things, and finally we ended up talking about working bass lines in common jazz chord progressions and how to construct this or construct working bass lines. I told you guys that the time last night was a bit running out, so I decided to make a short video on that topic, and I want to show you two approaches to easily construct your own working bass lines on any chord progression you'd like to. Okay, and we start with the half step approach. Okay, I call it the easiest way, half step approach. Okay, but first we want to choose a chord progression to start with. Okay, and the chord progression we want to use is a 1-6-2-5. It's a really common chord progression in the jazz world. Okay, and if we pick a 1-6-2-5 in the key of C major, it would be C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, and G7. So we have C major 7 to A minor 7 to D minor 7 to G7, in that case 13th, but you can play the G7 as well in that shape, drop 3. Okay, so we have C to A to D to G and 1 and 6 and 2 and 5. Okay, really common. So if you listen a lot to jazz and you're working on jazz tunes, you recognize that the 6th degree, if we talk about the key of C major, is an A minor 7 chord, but all type of jazz players will change that chord to A7, okay, to a dominant type of chord. Okay, I don't want to talk about that theory behind it, because it has nothing to do with our working bass line. So we can play this 1-6-2-5 thing as a 1 and 6 dominant 7 altered to 2 and to 5. Okay, the chords I played is C major 7, A7 flat 13, also called A7 sharp 5 enharmonically, to D minor 7, to G7 altered, or to D7 13th. Okay, so we have 1 and 6 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 6 and 2 and 5. Okay, so no working bass line. Okay, the thing with that working bass line in our approach today is to approach our root notes, to approach the notes we have in the bass of our chords, the root notes, like C, like A, like D, like G. Okay, we want to approach C and A and D and G and C and A and D and G. Sorry. Okay, as you guys see, maybe you see or not see, is that the notes are all out of the C major scale. So the chords are all out of the C major scale. Okay, we can use half step approaches from below. That means from this side of our fretboard. Okay, if we have C, we approach with the B natural, and if we have A, we approach with the A flat or the G sharp. It's enharmonically the same. And if we have D, we approach with the D sharp or the C sharp or the D flat. Okay, and if we have G, we approach with the F sharp or the G flat. Okay, it's like this enharmonically thing. Okay, so we have half step C, half step C, half step D, half step G. I guess I said C instead of A. Okay, we have half step C, half step A, half step D, half step G. Okay, that's the placement of the notes. So combine this with the chords of the explained 1-6-2-5 chord progression. So if we do that, we can we add the chords. So we have an easy lesson. Do that. Approach note, chord. Approach note, chord. Approach note, chord. Approach note, chord. Okay, not like this would be. Okay, that was my thing going on like this. So let's have a look at the rhythmic context in that thing. As you know or not know, the jazz world is a 2/5 world. Okay, if we count it out, we have the accents on the 2 and the 4 instead of the 1 and the 3 in all the popular rock and pop songs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like this. Okay, that's the first thing you have to recognize. The second is to place the approach notes on upbeats. Okay, the downbeat is the 1, the upbeat is the end, the downbeat is the 2, the upbeat is the end. Okay, that's about 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you have downbeat, upbeat, downbeat, upbeat. You would place every chord tone, scale tone on the downbeats and all the in-between notes, chromatic passing tones, embellishments, blah, 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 on the upbeats. Okay? That's a short rule you can remember if you improvise or doing tension and release, tension and resolving stuff. Make sure that you place the tension notes, the not diatonic notes on kind of upbeats. Okay? So if we do that, we can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's our approach note. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and sorry, I messed up. Sorry. Okay, that's it. So we have approach notes like 4 and 1. Okay, we have 1, 6, 2, 5, and 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay, easy. So practice that. The other way is to approach this root of the chords from this side, from above. It's like okay, so we have the 4 and 1. Okay, so we have, what I do is like, and then I play, okay, I play the bass and then with my index, middle and ring, the D, G and B string and play, yeah, like okay, I messed around with the chord progression, sorry. So we have half step, half step, half step, half step. Okay, we can combine this from this side and from this side. So we go for this side, we use A from down and then the D from this side from there. It's totally does not matter at all. It all depends on what you like and it all depends on how it should sound, okay? Okay, that's it, okay? That's the thing with the half steps, okay? Easy. So, if you go for scale tones, we have to define which scale we mean by that, okay? Because it's not only the C major scale, because the C major scale, it's a C major thing, okay? You can also think of other scales, but we use the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, and B natural, okay? Approaching the C, it's like B natural as we did before, because the B natural is a scale tone out of the C major scale. So, and we can use the D note to approach the C because D is also in the key. So we do D to the C, and we do B natural to the A. We also can do G to the A, okay? We can use E to the D as well as C to the D. And we can use A to the G as well as F to the G. Okay, let's pick a combination of those. We have 1, 2, 3, and okay, E, D, okay, it sounds beautiful, okay? You can use one of these examples, you can combine that, make sure you practice it slow, use a metronome, no string buzzing, no extra strings, etc. And then you have beautiful walking bass lines. Goodbye.